Hello everyone, welcome to our online lesson. I am here again. I am Nijat. I will be here for 2 hours to talk about relative clauses. Yes, relative clauses, which one is one of the most difficult topics to learn. But in today's lesson, we will talk about the relative clauses in more detail in order to explain everything to our students, in order not to have any problem anymore. So this topic is for intermediate level students, and I want to inform you that if you have any question related to this topic, you can let me know. You can ask me whenever you want, whatever you want, and I am here to talk about the relative clauses. Ayşe, Sıla, and another Ayşe, no, the one Ayşe, and Gustafa, they are here to watch us. And by the way, in order to watch us online, you can go to our YouTube channel, like Justenglish YouTube channel. If you type Justenglish on the YouTube, you will see our channel and you can watch our lessons there. And if you want to get it, if you want to get detailed information about the programs, like any programs, I mean YouTube programs or face-to-face lessons, you can get information from our Instagram account. Great, everybody's here. Ali came, Nijat came, and Zeynep is here. I'm gonna say hello to everyone again and again. And the question I wanna ask you, are you ready to start? If you're ready to start, we can start. And how are you feeling right now? So are you energetic or a little bit tired, sleepy, exhausted? But it is like about afternoon. I think you shouldn't be tired, you shouldn't be sleepy, because it is enough. So everybody is ready, let's start. Everybody is ready and let's start. Great. Go ahead, Mr. Nijat says, okay, if you are ready, let's go. Defining and non-defining relative clauses. From my screen you can see. So what does it mean? What does defining and what does the non-defining relative clauses mean? So in English, we have the relative clauses, okay, like that, which, who, where, whose, this kind of relative clauses you can see in your everyday life. Like in English, if you want to talk about, if you want to read about something, if you want to listen, if you are watching, so you can see them everywhere and anytime. The relative clauses are divided into 2 groups. Okay, the first group of relative clauses, we call them in English, is a defining. The second group of relative clauses we call non-defining relative clauses. Defining and non-defining. And let me make it bigger for everyone so you can see. And I want to make it bigger. Yes, here you can see clearly. Yeah, great, you can see clearly. So I think it is much better. It's much better to see my screen. Okay. Bağlı cümleler, Sıla says. Yes, I don't know this grammar in Turkish. I know it in English very well. I can answer your questions in English, of course, because my Turkish is not very good to explain the grammar. So let's start with the defining relative clauses. Why we use defining relative clauses in English? Why we need them and how we can use? Okay, the first thing is using the relative clauses for giving additional information. Okay, additional information. Like we use relative clauses in general to give additional clauses, but when it comes to defining relative clause, as you see here, defining relative clauses give essential information. Essential information. Okay, essential, it means like important information we get from the defining relative clauses to the person or to the thing we are talking about. So you can ask me, teacher, how can we do that? Okay, let me show you the picture here. Like you can see the girl and the boy. I think they are talking about something. So there's a girl talking to Tom. Yes, his name is Tom. And you want to know who she is. So you will ask, because we don't know her name. Yes, we don't know who is that girl. So we can ask the question by using the relative clause here. Okay, if you want, guys, you should take notes from the lesson and you should write them down on your notebook in order to remember when you want to read, like when you want to use the relative clauses. Do you know the girl who is talking to Tom? Like, do you know the girl who is talking to Tom? So, who? Why? Because we are talking the girl, the person, the girl, okay? Do you know the girl? Which girl? I don't know. The girl who is talking to Tom. So, which girl? The girl is talking to Tom. Like this girl, I mean, like we are talking about. Okay? So, who is a defining relative clause here? Like who is talking to Tom? Like who defines which girl, shows us which girl we are talking about. Okay? And here you can see, like you can see the picture and you can see couple. They are, I think they are sleeping on the bed. Yeah, they are sleeping in the bed. And look at the roof, full of holes. They live in the house. The house's roof is full of holes. So in this case, we should say they live in the house whose roof is full of holes. Like here, we used whose. Whose is one of the defining relative clauses. And after whose, we have to use noun, okay? For example, whose roof, okay? Roof is a noun here. So keep in your mind, after whose, we must use a noun. Okay. And here you can see the relative pronouns are used in defining relative clauses here. Like we have a table, subject, object, and possessive, you can say. For the person, we use who. For subject, we use who and whom for object, and whose for possessive. For the thing, we use which and that for subject, which and that for object, and whose for possessive. If we are talking about where, like place, we have to use where for all the groups, like subject, object, and possessive. Time, if we are talking about, we have to use when, and reason, why. So I will show you some examples related to these defining relative clauses in the rest of the lesson. And let's continue with non-defining relative clauses. What is the non-defining relative clauses and what's the difference between defining and non-defining? Like as you remember, like if you remember, I should say like this. Defining relative clauses gave us essential information, but when it comes to non-defining relative clauses, it gives us additional information. So without this information, it makes the sentence make the sense, like we have the meaning, okay? But defining relative clauses, if we remove who, whose, which, or that, so there won't be any meaning. It won't make any sense. But non-defining relative clauses, if we remove the information, additional information from the sentence, so it will make a sense again. But the information can't help us to identify the person or thing we are talking about. For example, like you can see an elephant and you can see alligator. The elephant that loves alligators is very unusual. Like this tells us which elephant we are talking about. Okay, this is a defining. Like look at here. This one, like first one was defining relative clause. The second one is about non-defining relative clause. Elephants, which are large and gray, can be found in zoo. This gives us extra information about elephant. So if we remove this part from the sentence, so it will make the sense again. So elephants can be found in the zoo. Okay, this is a complete sentence and it has a meaning. But if we use which are large and gray, okay, so we add additional information, like extra information we are giving to someone or to something. And relative clauses in defining clauses, as you say, like it looks like the same if we are talking about the person, who, him, whose we use in terms of subject, object, and possessive, according to subject, object, and possessive. For place, we use where, and if we are talking about thing, we use which. Okay, and let's practice these relative clauses like a little bit, and then we will be continuing to talk about it more. So let's continue with number 1. This is the bank. We have to fill in the correct relative pronoun for these sentences. We have 9 sentences and we have to choose one of them, who or which. This is the bank. Bank is not a person. So as you know, if we are talking about person, we have to use who. But if we are talking about the place and thing, we can use which or where. So the number 1, for number 1, of course, the bank isn't a person. That's why who can't be correct answer. So the correct answer is which. And also we can use that in this case. Like this is the bank that was robbed yesterday, or this is the bank which was robbed yesterday. So which is correct answer. And number 2, the man robbed the bank had 2 guns. Number 2, for this sentence, who or which and why. Can you tell me why we use which? And if you choose who, you should tell me now. You should let me know why we use who and why we use which. Okay, let me check your comments, and they say who. Yeah, most of students answered the question by using who. The man, yes, if we are talking about the person, as you know, we use who. The man who robbed the bank had 2 guns. Yes, great. And number 3, he wore a mask, blah, blah, blah, made him look like Mickey Mouse. So, Mickey Mouse, because we speak about the man, Gülsafa says yes. Nejat says who because it's person. Yes, good. Your answers are definitely correct, like completely correct. Sila says number 3 is which. Yes, because a mask is something. That's why we use which. He wore a mask, which made him look like Mickey Mouse. Yes, which is a correct answer for number 3. Great, perfect. And let's continue with number 4. He came with a friend, blah, blah, blah, waited outside in the car. What we have to write for number 4? I think this one is a little bit easy for everyone, and I will change it to more difficult one, more difficult exercise we should do here, not easy one. We are intermediate level students, we are not elementary level, so we have to challenge ourselves here. And number 4, he came with a friend who waited outside in the car. Yes, guys, who, if you wrote the who for number 4, that is the perfect and correct answer to this sentence. Number 4 is who. Number 5, the woman blah blah blah gave him the money was young. Okay guys, it's a kind of warming sentences we are working on, and then we will keep going with the more difficult ones, and I will see who will be able to cope with the problems and who will be lazy and who won't be active here. So number 5, the woman who is a correct, yes, because the woman is a person. That's why we should use who. The woman who gave him the money was young. Great. And number 6, the bag contained the money was yellow. Okay, which bag we are talking? Oh, I told the answer. Sorry. Yes, the correct answer is which. The bag which contained the money was yellow, but accidentally I told you the correct answer, guys. I'm so sorry. And number 7, the people were in the bank were very frightened. Okay. So, in order to define this clause, what should we use here? Number 7 is who. They write Gül, Safa, and Sıla. They say the correct answer is who. Who is the correct answer? Yes. Can we pass the next question? Yes, sure. Why not? And number 8. Number 7 was who. Number 8, the car. Blah blah blah. The bank robbers escaped in was orange. Okay. Number 8. Last two easy sentences, and then we will continue with the more difficult one. I will challenge you guys with a difficult exercise. Number 8 is which. Yes, that is the perfect answer. The car which the bank robbers escaped in was orange. Yes. Okay, and the last one, number 9, the man who. Yes, guys, who is the correct answer? Yes, it's time to change the exercise to more difficult one, and I will check the Nejat's capacity. Nejat will be able to answer all the questions correctly or not. Yes, guys, number 9 was a correct answer. The correct answer was who. Yeah. Okay, which one should I choose? Yes, relative clauses. Complete these 16 sentences. We have 16 sentences to score your knowledge, including Tuko, Kadir, Sıla, Firuze, Gülsafa, Nejat. I will check your knowledge. I will score your knowledge of relative clauses. How do you know them? And we have 16 questions here. 16 questions here. Yes, I will force you. I will not force, I will challenge you. If you answered the question like up to 12 or less than 12 answers, you should study more. Like here you can see. If you, let me highlight it for you guys in order to show you. If you answered 12 or less than 12, you should study more. If you answered the questions like 13 and 14, it means you are good. But if you answered correctly to 15 and 16, yes, you are excellent. Okay, and let's start. Let's start with number 1. I know a great little restaurant that who or where. Okay, last time you were mistaken in hangman game. I couldn't understand. I'm sorry. So, the number 1. The number 1, what should we write here, guys? For number 1, that, who or where, and why. I know a great little restaurant. Okay. And what should we choose? What should we write here? Let me make it, yes, bigger for you to show you clearly. Yes, number 1. Number 1, some of them they say Firuze, Tuko, Kadir, and Özlem. They say where. Why where? Why not who and why not that? Nejat says C. Okay, Nejat, just I need to know why. Why it is C. Why it is C. I know a great little restaurant. They say where we can get lunch. Yes, the correct answer is C. The correct answer is where, because we are talking about the place. Yes, because we are talking about the place, that's why we have to use what? We have to use, of course, where. Great. Next one, number 2. Number 2, students study. Sorry, I was reading number 3. Number 2, Sam knows a man, blah blah blah, works for the present. And number 2, I got already correct answers. That is the perfect performance from my lovely students here. Yeah. Okay, guys. So, number 2. Number 2, they say who. Number 2, whom. No, not whom. Not whose or who. Which one? Which one is correct for number 2? Number 2, correct answer is B. Whose. Whose is a correct answer. Yes, whose. Like, also, let me highlight these correct answers. Number 2 is B, because we have a noun here. Whose brother works for the president. That's why we have to use who. We have to use whose for number 2. Number 2 is B. Yes, that's the perfect answer I got from you. And let's continue with number 3, students. Blah blah blah, study hard, get good grades. And guys, keep in your mind, we have to use a noun after whose. As you see from number 2, brother is a noun. That's why we had to use whose in that sentence. But when it comes to who, after who, we have to use the verb, okay? The verb. So number 3 is the correct answer. The correct answer is C, because students, person who study hard, get good grades. Perfect. Okay, I hope you got all the sentences here, like the meaning of them. And number 4. Number 4, food, that, where, and why is important from other countries, expensive. Number 4, which one? Which one is correct for number 4? Number 4. Okay, food. We are talking about, if we are talking about food, food is, Gustafa says number 4 is which. Gustafa, I can't see which is here. We don't have the answer like which. Yes, the correct answer, guys, for number 4 is that. Yes, the food that is imported from other countries is expensive. We don't see all answer. We don't see all answer. Sorry, Ayhan, what you mean? Yes, that is a correct. Like, we have 3 answers, guys. Oh, sorry. I hope you didn't see the answer sheet. Number 4 is that. And number 5. Number 5. Sorry. Why it's working like this? Yes, I found the correct answer. Number 5. I thought C is which. No, it's not which, it is why. And number 5, the bad weather is the reason. The bad weather. Number 5. I'm going to a little back to see answers. Nejat, don't do that, please. Don't do that, please. Number 5, the bad weather is the reason. And number 5, they say it is why. Number 5, they say it is why. Yes, the correct answer. Thank you, YouTube. Yes, 5 is why. Yes, the 5, the correct answer is why. Great. And number 6. Let's continue with number 6. Number 6, the cookies. Why, which, and when you baked are really delicious. Are you able to cook cookies, bake cookies? The cookies you baked are really delicious. For number 6, number 6 is, of course, which. Yes. So guys, if we are talking about the reason, we use why, okay? But if we are talking about the something, we use which. Number 7, my grandfather. Yes. Okay, number 7, my grandfather remembers the time. So, from the words here, you could find out which answer is correct. For number 7, Kadir güç bilmez. Yes, your answer is correct. Gülsafa says when, Sıla, Firuze, and Kadir. Firuze says number 6 is which? Yes, Firuze, your answer is correct. But we are talking about number 7. My grandfather remembers the time there was no television. Yes, number 7. If we are talking about the time, guys, we have to use when. Alright? We have to use when. Because we are talking about the time here. Okay, if we are talking about the place, we use where. If we are talking about the thing, we use that or which. If you are talking about the time, we have to use when. Okay, let's continue. Let's go with number 8. I visited my uncle. Blah blah blah lives in a different city. I visited my uncle who lives in a different city. Yes, who is a correct answer. Yes, who lives in a different city. Number 8 is A. Yes, because my uncle. Yes, Kadir, thank you. And let's continue with number 9. The movie. We saw last week 3 hours. Kadir, Ayhan says, Kadir adamsın. Okay, thank you, Ayhan. It could be better for you to write the correct answer. Number 9, the movie. The movie, okay? If we are talking about the movie, we have to use which one? Number 9. Number 9 is C, guys. Yes, number 9 is C, which is a correct answer because of movie. We are talking about something. So the correct answer is C, which. And number 10. Do you know the reason there are no penguins at the North Pole? Where, why, or whose? Are this challenge? Come on, Nejat says. Okay, Nejat, don't worry. I have the difficult tasks for you. Don't worry, just wait and you will see. Why no when? Muhammad Ali says, because we are not talking about time, Muhammad. That's why we should use which. If we are talking about the thing. So the number 10, do you know the reason why? Yes, why there are no penguins at the North Pole? Yes, why is a correct one. Yes, the correct one for number 10. And 11, the people. Last week, but the movie we are talking about. Okay, we are not talking about the time here. 11, the people. Blah blah blah names are on the list. Will stay here. Okay. Number 11, whose. Yes, whose, because we have the noun. That's why we have to use whose. Whose names are on the list will stay here. Great. And let's continue with number 12. He had a feeling. Blah, blah, blah. Something terrible was going to happen. Number 12. Number 12. Which one is correct? Why, who, or that? Number 12. The correct answer is C. Yes, that is a correct answer here, because we are talking about a feeling that something terrible was going to happen. Yes. Number 13, guys. I wanna borrow the book Whom, That, When. Okay, number 13. I wanna borrow the book you bought last month. That they say. Yes, that is the correct answer for number 13. Okay, I think it became an easy one for you. That is the correct answer, not when, Muhammad Ali. Because we are talking about the book, so we should use that. Number 14, my home is a place. Okay, number 14. Let's continue with number 14. Number 14, my home is a place I can come home and relax after work. Number 14, they say A. Ayhan, Ceyda, Slav, who else? Firuze, Tuko, Muhammad Ali, Kadir, Nejat. Yes, all of you are right. Where? Why? Because we are talking about the place. That's why we used where. Most of the people she met were from Sydney. Whom, when, or whose. Number 15. Okay, number 15. Yusufa says whom. Ayhan says whose. Okay, two different answers I got from Yusufa and Ayhan. Sıla says whom. Kadir says whose. Muhammad Ali says whom. And I am waiting for Nejat's answer. I wonder whether he will find the correct answer or not. Tuku and Muhammad Ali, they said whom. Okay, I am waiting for the rest of the answers. 15 is C. Mr. Nejat says. But I wanna announce that the correct answer is A, Mr. Nejat. That is the challenge. Whom is a correct answer. Yes, because this is the object of, yeah. Most of the people whom she met were from Sydney, not whose, not when. Okay, whom is correct answer for 15. And the last one, number 16. Can you find the teacher? Can you find the teacher? Whose, whom, and when? Number 16. 16 is, yep. I think I'm getting the correct answers. Yes, the correct answer is him. Yeah. Okay, can you let me know how many of them, like how many of these questions you answered correctly? If the number of the correct answers is about 11 or 12, it means you should study more. If you answered 13 or 14 questions correctly, you are good. If you did it like 15 or 16 correctly, like if you answered 15 or 16 correct answers, like all of them are correct, so you are excellent. Can you let me know how many correct answers did you have for this task? Okay, how many correct? Okay, let me check your comments. Okay, Tuko says, Tuko says 14 out of 16, so it's good. Nejat says, I have 15 correct answers. Yes, Nejat, you're excellent. What about the others? Gülsafa, Kadir. Gülsafa says, except one, all my questions were correct. Great, you are excellent, Gülsafa. Congratulations. And Muhammad Ali says 6 out of 7. Okay, it's a good result because you joined us later. Data says 17. Perfect, Data. You added one more question here. Firuze says, I answered all of them correctly. Super. Firuze, great, perfect result I got from you. And in fact, I knew that 15's answer too. Okay, my answer 13. 13 is correct. Okay, your level is good, Mr. Kadir. No need to be worried. No need to be worried about it. And the last one thing I want to ask you. Can you write one defining and one non-defining sentence? Like, firstly, write one defining clause, and secondly, write one non-defining clause here, please. Okay, Ozay. I watch all. Teacher, please explain whom and why. Why we use whom? Like if we are talking about the object of the sentence, we use whom. But if it is a subject, we use who. And I will show you. Ozay. Thanks, your lessons. Lessons is not Gülsafa. Your lessons are interesting. Defining and non-defining. Yes. Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali is kidding. The sentence with a defining and the sentence with a non-defining clause. All right. Just one defining and one non-defining relative clauses. Like object, as you see, Mr. Muhammad, if we are talking about something as the object of the sentence, we have to use him in order to give additional lesson. Muhammad, oh, it's very funny. Okay. All right. By the way, guys, this is my last YouTube lesson on the live stream. This is my last live stream on the YouTube channel. And I hope I will see you later in the branch of Justenglish or somewhere else in Istanbul or in Turkey. Yeah, I would be happy to meet you. That is really great for me to spend the time having online lessons on the YouTube and teaching something useful to my students. Okay, guys, just one defining and one non-defining sentences I asked, but I got I didn't get any sentence from the students, and I just says why it is the last lesson. This is my last lesson. I think the other teachers will continue, but this is my last lesson, Mr. Nejat. That's the pity. These lessons are very interesting. Yep. Okay. And let me continue. Defining and non-defining. Yes. Mr. Nejat, are you ready to challenge yourself? Choose which of these sentences is correct. Should we use a defining relative clause or non-defining relative clause? For each question, you have a clue. Question number 1. But before starting the question number 1, I should read the data. Paris, where I've lived for 2 years, is beautiful city. Yes, that is the non-defining relative clauses. Paris, where I lived for 2 years, is a beautiful city. Great. Nejat, a teacher, who makes you sad? Who makes you sad? No, nobody made me sad. Don't worry. Yes, I'm happy, but because I don't have enough time to teach online. That's why. Ayhan says, want you broadcast another? Want you? No, I won't have any online lessons anymore. So this is my last session, and then the other teachers will continue. Who has a Mercedes? Ali, who has a Mercedes, went to school. Yeah, it's a non-defining. Yes, Muhammad, that is the correct answer for my question. They ask you to write a sentence for non-defining. Okay, guys, let's continue. Let's continue with this exercise. Let's start with number one. The question, number one, you have two houses, okay? You have two houses. The first one, my house, which is in Miami, is very expensive. My house, which is in Miami, is very expensive. So the only difference in these two sentences is related to comma. As you see, we have a comma here, and we don't have a comma here. So which one is correct and why? So my house is very expensive. My house, which is in Miami, is very expensive. Which variant, which option is correct, guys? Gulsafa says B. My house, which is in Miami, is very expensive, with commas. All right, we will see. My house, which is in Miami, is very expensive. Let me check your comments to make sure your answers are correct or not. Silas says B. B is correct because it describes his house. Ozan Ayvatçıoğlu says A. Ozay, not Ozan. Ozay is different. So my house, which is in Miami, is very expensive. Let me highlight the correct answer for number one. Number one, A is a correct answer. You can ask me why. Okay, I couldn't add like highlight because, okay, the correct answer is A, guys. The correct answer is A. Because not special name. Yes, my house. Maybe I have lots of house. Which house? Which one is in Miami? So the correct answer is A, because you don't know. Maybe I have 5 houses. Which one I'm talking about? You don't have exact information. That's why we have to choose the answer A for question number 1. Yeah. So the question number 1, my house, which is in Miami, is very expensive, is that comma. This is a defining relative clause. It's not a non-defining, okay? It's the non-defining. It's not a non-defining. It's a defining relative clauses. And number 2, you have only one sister, okay? But guys, why this is the correct answer? Because I said you have. All right, you have 2 houses. I said you have 2 houses. Which one you know? We don't know. That's why we have to choose A. The correct answer is A. But question number 2, you have only one sister. Because I have one sister. Yusufa says, yes, you have only one sister. My sister who works in a hotel got a promotion at work. Or B, my sister who works for a hotel got a promotion at work. A or B, comma or without comma. Which one is correct? Number 2. Number 2 is, Elida says, number 2 is A. Yes, number 2 is A because I have, or you have, only one sister. My sister who works in a hotel got a promotion at work. This is a extra information, like additional information that we got from the sentence. That's why the correct answer is A. I have one sister. I'm talking about that one, okay? So if I had more than one sister, I had to choose the second one because which one I am talking about, you don't know. That's why in that case we had to choose B. But in this question, because of one sister, we have to choose the answer A. Answer A is a correct answer, guys. All right, we will have a short break time of 15 minutes. You may have a cup of coffee and you may have a cup of tea. Enjoy, charge yourself, like get energetic, be positive, and then we will be here again. And we will be talking about the defining and non-defining relative clauses. All right, guys, see you in 15 minutes.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world with a joy and smile, a world where everyone will live by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justenglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justenglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Pronunciation.
Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
İngiliz dil okullarının düzenlediği Just Winter 2020
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world full of joy and smile, a world where everyone only by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justenglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what do Justenglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Etüstik.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. And trust the recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Clark. Pronunciation.
Şimdi sen de dile gel.
Hello again, this is the second part of today's lesson. I am back here and as you know we were talking about the relative clauses in the first part of the lesson. We divided them into two groups. We had defining relative clauses and we had non-defining relative clauses for intermediate level students from 12 to 2, and we passed the first part and it's time to continue with the second part of today's lesson. So if you're ready, we can start. Okay, are you ready? Teacher, I am Nijat. Topic is the relative clauses, the level for intermediate, time from 12 to 2 p.m. Okay, and let's go on. Relative clauses. I wanna have a review, general review, for students who couldn't join us in the first part of the lesson. Like in 10 minutes, I will try to explain it again and again. Then we will keep going with the exercise. The rest of them we will continue to finish. Okay, relative clauses, as you know, we have defining relative clauses and non-defining relative clauses. Why we use defining relative clauses? We use defining relative clauses to give information. What kind of information? Important information, okay? If in order to give important information, essential information about a person, about a place, about a thing, we use a relative clause like relative pronoun plus subject plus verb. Here we go. So the first one, use the relative pronoun who for people, which for things and animals, and where for places. And also we can use that instead of who and which. Like, let's review this sentences. Julia is the woman who works in the office with me, or that works in the office with me. No problem, we can use that instead of who here. And it is a self-help book which teaches you how to relax. It's a self-help book that teaches you how to relax. As you know, if we are talking about something, we have to use which or that. And if we are talking about the place, we have to use where. That is the house where I was born. Okay? And the second sentence, as you see, you can see whose. We use whose to mean of who or of which. Okay? For example, is Frank the man whose brother plays for Manchester United, and it's a plant whose leaves change color in spring. Yes. So after whose, we must use a noun, guys. Keep in your mind, all right? And the last two sentences, I've just had a text from the girl I met on the flight to Paris. Like who, which, and that can be omitted, like can be removed from the sentence when the verbs in the main clause and the relative clause have a different subject. For example, I've just had a text from the girl who I met on the flight to Paris, or who, without who we can use, like I met on the flight to Paris. So answer is like explanation is who, which, and that. Like the second sentence, you can see this is the new phone I bought yesterday, or this is the new phone which I bought yesterday. But who, which, and that, who, which, and that can be omitted, okay, can be omitted when the verbs in the main clause and the relative clause have a different subject. So she's the girl I met on the plane. Where and whose can never be omitted. Where and what? Whose can never be omitted. This is about the defining relative clauses, and let's continue with non-defining relative clauses, giving extra non-essential information, as you see from my screen. If we are talking about non-defining relative clauses, we use them for giving non-essential, like unimportant information to someone, to something. Like this painting, which was painted in 1860s, is worth millions of pounds. So non-defining relative clauses give extra information in a sentence. If this clause is omitted, the sentence still makes sense, okay? So as you see, we have a comma before which and after 1860. So this is the non-defining clause, non-defining relative clause. That's why we have to add comma in order to differentiate, in order to show you that this is the extra information, extra non-essential information, okay? And next one, last week I visited my aunt who's nearly 90 years old, okay? Who is nearly 90 years old. The last week I visited my aunt. So here this who defines my aunt, okay? It defines my aunt. So before here we must use comma in order to show that it is a non-defining relative clause. And like non-defining relative clause must go between commas and a full stop. Like if it comes at the end of the sentence, here we must use comma and then full stop. And next one, Burford, where my grandfather was born, is a beautiful little town. Burford is a place, that's why we used where. My neighbor whose son goes to my son's school has just remarried. So after whose, as you know, we have to use what? We have to use a noun. So in these clauses, guys, we can't leave out the relative pronouns who, which, or etc. We can't do that. And the last one in these clauses, you can't use that instead of who or which. Yes. Okay, let's do exercise A, complete with who, which, where, and whose. Let's start with number 1. What should we write for number 1? Rob and Karina. Rob and Karina, and why? Okay, can you let me know the correct answer for number 1? I am waiting, still waiting for your answers. Number 1, Rob and Karina. Any idea, guys? Like Rob and Karina, we are talking about the people who have twins often need a babysitter. The correct answer for number 1 is who, because we are talking about people. So the correct answer for number 1 is who, not whose. We can't use whose because after whose we should use what? We should use a noun. But here we have a verb. Sıla, Kadir and Gülsafa and Emir. Number 1, whose have twins? No. Who have twins often need a babysitter. Yes, number 1, the correct answer is who. Number 2, Downing Street. The British Prime Minister lives in the central London. So, number 2, I am waiting for the correct answer for number 2. Number 2. Downing Street. I understood, teacher. Thank you. You're welcome. Whose twins are lazy, Nejat? If you wrote whose, we should write like whose twins are lazy. Number 2, everybody wrote where. Yes, where is a correct answer. Why? Because Downing Street is a place, is an address. So Downing Street, where the British Prime Minister lives, is in the central office. And like leaves also gives you a key to find the correct answer. So let's go with number 3, the sandwich you made me yesterday was delicious. I think you love it. Unfortunately, I don't like eating fast food, a burger, sandwich and blah blah blah. I don't like eating them because they are unhealthy. So they might give you some long-term disease in your future life. Yes, number 3, the sandwich which you made yesterday was delicious. That is the perfect answer, guys, which is correct. Wonderful. Brilliant. Good. Number 4, the woman blah blah blah lived here before us was a writer. Number 4. Number 4. Okay, Gülsafa says number 4 is who. We will see. Okay, Gülsafa, Nejat, Sıla, they say the correct answer who. Okay, and let's wait for the other students' answers. I'm waiting for their answer. Yes, guys, who is a correct answer for number 2. Congratulations, who answered correctly. Well done. Stieg Larsson books forms the Millennium Trilogy, died in 2004. So number 4 we did. Number 5, Stieg Larsson books form the Millennium Trilogy, died in 2004. Number 5, Ceyda, Gülsafa, Kadir, Sıla, and Nejat. Nejat, just only your answer is incorrect because Whose books form the Millennium Trilogy? Whose is a correct answer for number 5. Whose is a correct answer? Yeah. Number 6. My computer is a lot faster than the one. Yeah, guys. Emir, Münevver, İlayda, Sıla, Kadir, and Gülsafa. Your answers were correct. Number 6. My computer is a lot faster than the one. Number 6. Still waiting for your answer. Which one is correct? Which one is incorrect? We will see. Yes, we will see, guys. And my computer is a lot faster than the one which. Yes, guys, which is a correct answer for number 6, because we are talking about something. So that's why we should use what? We should use which. Which is a correct answer. For number 7, the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa has been damaged several times, is now displayed behind bulletproof glass. Number 7, which answer is correct? In your opinion, we will see. Okay, number 7. Zeyda says who. Gülsafa says which. İlayda says this. No, İlayda answered 6. Münevver says which, and Sıla says which. Yes, who we can choose, because Mona Lisa is not a person. The Mona Lisa is a painting. Okay, portrait or something like that. It's a picture. The Mona Lisa is a picture. That's why we shouldn't use who. Which is a correct answer for number 7. Great. Let's go on with number 9. No, number 8. Look, that's the woman. Dog beat me last week. Number 8, guys. Be careful. Pay attention to the sentences closely and carefully in order to answer correctly. For number 8, look, that's the woman. Number 8, Gülsafa says whose. Zeyda says whose. Yes, okay. Number 8, yes, number 8 is whose. Great, perfect. Number 8 is whose. That is the perfect answer for number 9, guys. So number 8, not number 9. All right, number 9. On our last holiday, we visited Stratford upon Avon. Blah blah blah. Shakespeare was born. So number 9. Zeyda, Gülsafa, they say Sıla, and Kadir, they say the correct answer is where. Okay, there. Let's wait for the rest of the students' answers. Münevver Kavak, she also says where is the correct answer. Okay, let me check. Yes, guys, where is the correct answer for this sentence. Yes, on our last holiday we visited Stratford upon Avon, where Shakespeare was born. Yes, number 9 is where. And number 10, guys, we all went to the match except Marianne. Number 10, yes, number 10, Nejat says who. Yes, guys, the correct answer is who for number 10. Yes, who is a correct answer. Great. Because we are talking about Marianne. Marianne, the person, that's why we have to use who. Let's go on with number 11. That man was my boyfriend you saw at the party. 11 is the same. Yes, Gusafa wrote her answer firstly, and the correct answer is who. Who you saw at the party was my boyfriend. Good. That man who you saw at the party was my boyfriend. Who is a correct answer for 11. And the last sentence, that is the park. That is the park. Okay. I'm looking for the answers to 12. They say who. Number 12. Where? We will see if they are correct or not. Yes, guys, where is a correct answer for 12. Yes, 12 is where. That is the park where I learned to ride a bike. Great. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your fantastic answers. As you remember, we had exercised. We did question number 1 and question number 2, and we didn't do the rest of them. Like, we were in question number 3. So, question number 3. You are telling somebody that is your car. Which one is correct? The car that is outside the house is mine. The car which is outside the house is mine. Which one is correct? Nejat Ünlü wants to ask a question. Sure, Mr. Nejat, you can ask your questions whatever you want. But whatever you want, you can ask. You can ask me anything. Don't worry, guys. Feel free. I am here to answer all your questions. Yes. Question number 3 we are talking about, and I am waiting for Mr. Nejat's question. I'm looking forward to waiting for his question. Because you don't know how many cards he has got. Gusava says number 3 is B. Number 3 is B. How many cars? Okay, but the car. Never says this is 3A. Last question 11. There was the man who you saw. You mean Nejat? You mean this question, right? The man, that man, whose you know. We can't use, like, in order to use who, Mr. Nejat, we have to use a noun after whose. But here we have to use who. That man who you saw at the party was my boyfriend. Yes, but after who need verb. That man. But this is a non-defining relative clauses. The man who you saw. We can use after who. We can use the verb and a clause. It means we can use the subject and verb, like a normal sentence we can use. Okay. Let's go on with the question number 3. You are telling somebody that it is your car. Okay, the car. Which one we are talking about? We know. Gusafa. Which car we are talking about? It is certain. Okay, we know which car we are talking about. So the correct answer, we know or we don't know. You are telling somebody that is your car. The car that is outside the house is mine. The question number 3 is A. Without comma, we have to use. Yeah. All right. The question number 3 is A. You are telling somebody that it is your car. That it is your car. The car that is outside, like that defines the car. Which car? The car outside the house is mine. So that's why we have to choose A. Question number 3 is A. Yes. And question number 4. You have many pairs of shoes. The pair of shoes that I bought yesterday is my favorite, or the pair of shoes that I bought yesterday is my favorite. The A with comma or without comma. Yes, Christopher, it's complicated. It's a little bit. Yeah, it looks complicated, but actually not. Like if you pay attention to the meaning of the sentence, you can easily find Christopher. Yes, number 4, Zeyda Bukasa says number 4 is B. The pair of shoes that I bought yesterday is my favorite without comma. Okay, let's wait for other students' comments, other students' answers to this question. Then we will know. The correct answer for number 4. So number 4, you have many pairs of shoes. The pairs of shoes with comma or without comma. Because we have many, we don't know which one we are talking about, and in this case we have to use the defining relative clauses. If we are using the defining relative clauses, we have to use what? We have to use like defining relative clauses. We don't have to use comma. Okay, we don't have to use comma. That's why question number 4 is B. The pair of shoes that I bought yesterday is my favorite. Question number 4, correct answer is B for this sentence. Okay, so question number 4 is B. And question number 5, there are several jackets in the room. There are several jackets in the room. A or B? The jacket which is on the coat stand is mine, or jacket which is on the coat stand is mine. So number 5, several ones you have. Several, it means some, like more than one. Question number 5. Sıla, Ceyda and Gülsefa, like all of them, said the correct answer is B. Yes, guys, the correct answer is B for number 5, because we have several jackets. Okay, we have several jackets. That's why we have to choose non-defining relative clauses. Non-defining relative clauses for this sentence, for this question. And question number 6. Let's continue with question number 6. There are thousands of museums around the world. A or B? The museum which we visited on holiday is very interesting. The museum which we visited on holiday is very interesting. I think we have a question here. Kelebek Canada says B is the correct answer for question number 5. Yes, Kelebek Canada. I don't know what's the name. Yeah, they are using nicknames. Kelebek, I think, is a butterfly or something like this. Never says number 6 is A. When will noun clause B? Zeyda says noun clause relative clauses we are talking about. Mürsel'den gelen yok mu? Mürsel'den gelen yok mu? İlayda, I don't know what about you are talking. Nijat says number 6 is A. Number 6 is of course A, because there's thousands of museums around the world. Which one we don't know. That's why we have to use a defining. We should define the sentence which one we are talking about. The museum which we visited on holiday is very interesting. So question number 6 is A. Emir Ali says arkadaşlar arada ne fark var? Fark, I think, differences. Yes, Amir. Emir, the difference between defining and non-defining relative clauses is giving extra or giving like important or unimportant information. Okay, defining relative clauses give us important information, but non-defining relative clauses give us unimportant information. Okay, and let's continue with number 7. You're talking about one room in your house, and my living room, which is the largest room in my house, is at the front of house. Or my living room, which is the largest room in my house, is at the front of house. So we have two sentences with comma and without comma, and we are talking about one room in your house. One room, guys. If we are talking about one room, so number seven, what should we write? Number 7, we have to choose B because it is non-defining relative clause. It gives us non-essential information. We have this comma here, my living room, comma, and then non-defining relative clause, which is the largest room in my house, and comma is at the front of the house. Yes, which ne anlamda şimdi orada? Koray, how can I explain it in Turkish? You are asking me to speak in Turkish. I am not able to speak in Turkish very well for grammar. Koray, I think our friends here online, they will help you. Which ne anlamda arkadaşlar? Anlatabilir misiniz? Can you explain which to Mr. Koray? Yes. And then let's continue with question number 8. There are several houses in the street. Several. It means more than one, like 7, 8, 9, 10, or 5. Several houses in the street. The house which is at the end of the street is my friend. The house which is at the end of the street is my friend. So, all right. Okay, and Emir Ali says biz de İngilizce bilmiyoruz hocam, sorun değil. Emir, yeah. Emir, why I am here? I am here to teach you English. I know it can be difficult for you because it's for intermediate level students. You may not understand. Just okay, we have elementary level and pre-intermediate level lessons. You can go there and you can practice. You can learn a lot. Like in the evenings, most probably we have elementary live streams, like live streams for elementary level of students. You can learn. Yani anası mezar dikecekmiş var ya. Explain. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Minevver. Okay, and number 8. There are several houses in the street. Number 8, they say A. The house which is at the end of the street is my friend. Yes, that's the perfect, correct answer. Number 8 is A because it is defining relative clauses. That's why we don't have to use a comma for defining relative clauses. And number 9. Next one. There are 2 bags on the table. One is red and one is brown. One is red, one is brown. The bag which is red is mine. The bag which is red is mine. So, question number. Yani yaptığımız ettiğimiz is'ın eki veriyor yani anladım all. I will watch all lessons. Yes, Emir, you should watch all the lessons online. You can watch whenever you want. So number 9, Eceyda and Gülsafa. They answered differently. Like Gülsafa says B, Ceyda says A, Münevver says A. So which one I should choose? I don't know. I will tell you the correct answer. Like there are 2 bags, not one bag. Okay, not one bag. One is red, another one is brown. The bag which is red is mine. The bag which is red is mine. So the correct answer for number 9 is A. Yes, because we have more than one option. Option like the bag which is red is mine without comma. A is a correct answer. Yes, thank you, Münevver, for your great help for our students. Thank you. You're my assistant here. Eylem says, hi, can I watch it again? I've just come. Yes, Eylem, you can watch. You can watch it later whenever you want. Question number 10. Question number 10. You are talking about the town. The town which I live is in very big, like the town which I live in is very big. The town which I live is in very big, comma, and without comma. Number 10. Which one should we use here? Okay, number 10, the town. A or B? A or B? Number 10. The town which I live in is very... number 10. Nejat Enes'e iç cümle. Tatile gezdiğimiz o müze çok ilginç demek kimseden. Okay, Nejat was explaining something. Yes, number 10. You are talking about the town. The town which I live is very big. The town which I live in is very big. Gülsafa, Kadir, they say için spesifik olarak bir şeylerin belirtilmesi gerekiyor mu? İlayda ask me, bu virgüllerin gelmesi için spesifik olarak bir şeylerin belirtilmesi. İlayda, if we are talking about non-defining, like if we are talking about something, it's extra information for us. For example, the computer is beautiful. The computer which I bought last year is beautiful, is big. Or for example, like the computer I bought last year is big. The computer which I use every day is mine. So the first sentence, the computer which I bought last year is big. It gives us extra information we can use. The computer is big without giving the detailed information. But the second sentence, without using the defining relative clauses, it doesn't make a sense. Like the computer which I use at work is mine. So it means there are lots of computers. That's why I have to mention which I use at work. Kolay kuramazlarına göre gruplara. Yes, okay. And next one. Yes, the question number 10, the correct answer was B. Yeah, let me announce the correct answer. It's question number 10 is B. What about question number 11? Question number 11, there are 3 pictures on the wall. 3 pictures. The picture which has mountains was painted by me. The picture which has mountains was painted by me. 11. A or B? Emir says what? Okay, correct is the back which is red is mine. Buradaki which tam olarak nasıl ek vererek bağlıyor? Zayda says 11 is A. 3 pictures we are talking about. Yes, the correct answer is A for 11. Yes. And question 12. Yes, question 11 was A. Question 12, you name the building. The round building which we went to yesterday is in London. The round building which we went to yesterday is in London. You name the building. Question 12. Question 12, yeah, 11 was A, guys. I told you 11 was A, but 12, I am looking for the answers. Okay. The back, it is red. Which one? 12. 12 is A or B? Yes, 12 is A. The round building which we went to yesterday is in London. Yes, 12 is A, guys. With comma we have to use. Great. 12 is A. And question number 13. You talk about your father. My father, who is very tall, lives in the country. My father, who is very tall, lives in the country. Which one is correct? A or B? For question number 13. Question number 13. Which one is correct? You talk about your father. Number 13, of course, number 13 is B, because one father and it's extra information. Yusufa, my father, who's very tall, lives in the country. We are talking about, like you talk about your father. It is a non-defining information who's very tall. B is a correct answer. Here can be where? 13 is B. Yes. Question number 13 is B. And question 14. There are two televisions in your house. The television which is in the bedroom is a white screen. The television which is in the bedroom is a white screen, like comma and without comma. 14, A or B? A or B? Okay, which one? Question number 14. Question number 14. Question number 14. It is A, yes, because we have two televisions. Yes, that's why. And question number 15, not 5. Question number 15. You have lots of clothes. The clothes that I bought today are nice. The clothes that I bought today are nice. The meaning shouldn't be varnished. Yes. That's the correct. Nejat, virgül arasında bilgiyi kaldırdığımızda cümle anlamını kaybetme. Doğru. Nejat, your answer is correct. These sentences are not from me. Do a lot of mistakes. Yes, and be careful. If we have more than one choice, we have to choose the non-defining relative clauses. 15. 15 is A. Yes, without comma. Question number 15 is A. The clothes that I bought today are nice. Yes. And question number 16. Everyone in the room owns keys. Everyone in the room owns keys. The keys which are on the table are mine. The keys which are on the table are mine. So for question number 16, it means we have more than keys, like everyone in the room owns the keys. So more than one key, it means several. So we have to define which one. We have to define which one. A is a correct answer. The keys which are on the table are mine, or the keys without comma. 16 is B. Yes, 16 is B. That is the correct answer. 17, you have only one mobile phone. Question 17. Hocam, that general anlamda kullanılabilir. Which, who, you kullanılıyor. Biliyor. Correct. We can use that instead of who and which. No problem. Emir diyor ki virgül sıkınca kaybederse kesin yanlış mı? Yanlış değil. Extra information, Emir. We are talking about. 17. You have only one mobile phone. So if we have just one mobile phone, it means we have to use a non-defining relative clause. Like it gives it like extra information. My mobile phone, which was very cheap, is very good. A is a correct answer. Yes. Question number 17 is A. And last three questions. Question 18, question 19, and question 20. You have one computer. Okay? And my computer, which is red, isn't working anymore. And my computer, which is red, isn't working anymore with comma. A or B for question number 18. We have one computer. So no need to define it. No need to define which one. So this one, my computer, which is red, isn't working anymore. Özgürcan says 18 is B. Yes, of course, 18 is B because we are talking about one computer. My computer, which is red, isn't working anymore. That's why the correct answer is B. The correct answer is B for question number 18. Yes. Question number 18 is B. My computer, my computer, comma, which is red, comma, isn't working anymore. And question number 19. You have many friends. My friend who lives in Barcelona is named Sam. My friend with comma who lives in Barcelona, comma, is named Sam. 19, it is B or A. 19, Zeyda. 19, you say it is B, but it is not B. 19 is A because you have many friends, more than one. We have to define which one. So defining, it means we are giving important information. My friend, which one who lives in Barcelona is named Sam. The correct answer is A, not B. Yes, correct answer is A, guys. And the last one, last question, question number 12. 20, sorry, what 12? Question 20. There are two bags on the floor. The bag which is blue is his, the bag which is blue is his, comma, and without comma. 20. Question number 20. A or B? We have two choices. And we have to define which one is correct, which one is his bag. That's why if we are defining, if we are not giving extra information, we don't have to write any comma. That's why the correct answer for question 20 is which one? So I haven't got any answer to this question. Nejat wrote to 20 is B. Of course, yes, question 20, because we have more than one choice, two bags, we have to define. If we are defining something and if we are giving important information, we don't have to use comma. That's why 20 is B. B is the correct answer for this sentence. The bag which is blue is his. Without any comma, we have to write this sentence. That was the last sentence we did here. I hope you understood the topic, guys. And if you have any question, you can let me know, you can ask me. And if you don't have any question, we can finish today's lesson. I'm gonna say big thanks to everyone. Big thanks to everyone for being active during the online lesson here with me, to answer the questions, to answer my questions here. And I believe that we had a great time together and you learned something. And what? Let me check the comment. Can't we have two friends named Sam? Yeah. You have many friends named Sam. Maybe it's possible we can have more than like two named Sam. It just says, may I use if I say this bag which is blue is his? Okay, but if we are mentioning one bag, yes, we can use. Okay, guys, thank you. Thanks so much. Take care. See you. I don't know when. See you later. Have a good day. I hope you learned something from my lesson. I'm really happy to be here. I was really happy to be here with you for 2 hours. Take care, guys. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. See you.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir